Here's another essential package to install if you're a web developer. It's called Emmet, and in fact, it's available for a bunch of different editors, Sublime Text included. You can install it in the exact same way as any other package with package control, and once it's installed, you'll get this installation welcome message that reminds you that you need to restart your editor to get Emmet working. So I'll quit Sublime Text and start it up again, and now I can close the install message. The banner feature of Emmet is its ability to expand abbreviations into full HTML code. Let me show you how that works. Let's say I wanted to create an unordered list, and I wanted to give it an ID of nav. You can see I've just typed this out as if it were a CSS selector, but I'm working in an HTML file. What I'm typing here is an Emmet abbreviation that I will then expand into full HTML code. I'll keep typing this. Inside my unordered list, I would like a list item. And in fact, I would like 4 list items. So times 4. And each list item, I'd like to give a class of item and a number. So item 1, item 2, item 3, and so on. Then inside each list item, I want a link. And inside the link, I want the text item and then the same number that's in the class. So there you go. That's my abbreviation. And at the end of it, I'll just hit Tab to expand it into my full HTML code. You can see just how much typing this has saved me. And just like a Sublime Text snippet, it's dropped me at the point where it thinks I'm going to want to type more code. And I can tab through this code to get at the other edit points. Like I said, this is the feature that everyone knows about Emmet, but it does a lot more too. First of all, it has a shortcut to move quickly to points in your HTML code where you might want to add content. You can do this with Control-Option right and left arrow, or Control-Alt right and left arrow on Windows. You'll see as I do this that the points that it picks out are different than the ones that were available to me after expanding the abbreviation. And I can continue moving through my existing HTML code as well. The points that it's picking out are the places between tags where there currently is no content, and it's guessing I might want to add something there. You can see if I add something at the start of this list item, this is a test, this spot is no longer a candidate for inserting new content. So when I move to the next and then move to the previous spot, it skips the place where I inserted the content. So this is a great way to fill in a skeleton of an HTML document with content once you've built it. Also in the navigation category, there is the Select Next Previous Item shortcuts. This is Shift-Command period and comma or Control-Shift period and comma on Windows. When you hit these shortcuts, you'll see it selects tag names, entire attributes, and attribute values. So it's a very quick way to move through your code to select things that aren't otherwise easily selectable in your editor. Next up, there's the Toggle Comment shortcut. And if you've done some exploring, you might be aware that there is a toggle comment command here on the edit menu, which is Command/ or Control/ on Windows. What that does is it comments out the current tag, but that's not actually that useful because it leaves the closing tag in the document. In this example, what I prefer is to comment out the entire unordered list. That's usually what I'm going for, and that's what Emmet can do. The shortcut for Emmet's toggle comment command is Shift-Option/ or Control-Shift/ on Windows. And if I hit that, you'll see it does what I expect. It comments out the entire element defined by the tag that I currently have my cursor in. Really handy shortcut there. But one of my favorite features of the Emmet plugin is kind of hidden. In fact, I can't even find it in the documentation anywhere. To enable it, you need to go to your User Preferences file and add a setting. This setting we want to add is Auto ID Class True. And I'll just save that and close my settings file. And now I can put my cursor in any HTML tag, and I can add an ID just by typing hash or number sign. And I can add a class just by typing full stop or period. This is one of those thoughtful little shortcuts that once you have it in your editor, you're going to hate to use an editor that doesn't have it. It's that convenient. There's plenty more that Emmet can do for you, and I encourage you to check out the Emmet documentation website at docs.emmet.io. It has lots of cool videos for each of the features inside of Emmet. But beware, the keyboard shortcuts shown on this site don't always match the ones that are provided by the Emmet package for Sublime Text. A lot of the standard Emmet keyboard shortcuts would conflict with Sublime Text's built-in keyboard shortcuts. So Emmet for Sublime Text has kind of gone its own way with keyboard shortcuts. To discover the keyboard shortcuts that Emmet uses in Sublime Text, you'll need to view the README file for the Emmet package. And there's a lot to read here on how to use Emmet and how to customize it to your needs. Emmet is one of those tools that can really change the way you work as a professional web developer. And because it's available in many different editors, it's a portable skill, and it's worth learning whether Sublime Text is going to be your editor going forward or not. As a professional web developer myself, I just wouldn't use a text editor that doesn't have a version of Emmet available for it.